I'm going to start us off with one page that's excellent to find social sin bin candidates. I find if you ever got nothing to do late at night, the Brisbane Heat page, particularly Facebook, probably Instagram as well, but definitely Facebook is where I've got most of these from.
Bit off Instagram at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, Instagram's been harder at the moment. We'll get to that. Don't rush it. So I guess, what do we got here? So Brisbane Heat, they when they win, everyone's pretty happy. Not too many sprays. When they lose, it's very easy to find social sin bin candidates. So they did lose last night, last ball thriller against the Sydney Sixers. Dan Christian hitting the winning runs off the final ball. One particular Brisbane Heat fan, I guess you'd say, hard to say really, watches the Brisbane Heat. Fan might be a stretch. His name's Mason. Joe Burns should just retire. He's a liability to whatever team he's playing for.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, that
That's
would be
pretty
fine
cool.
except for that previous game where he
Yeah,
obviously
we
won the
made-
game for us.
yeah.
Yeah,
60
those 4 test hundreds, you know. Those ones. Thanks, Mason. Great
Thanks,
stuff.
Mason. I wasn't able to find Mason on my cricket, unfortunately. But
It's a great thing to do, looking at the stats of people who spray cricketers on their page and stuff. It's
The
just
best.
if you really want to feel good about yourself and the fact that you might have got 7 on the weekend, do yourself a favour and do that.
yeah,
Maybe we can make that another segment.
well, yeah, we've had a couple of them, but we featured in. So Redlands featured in so many highlights videos last year of batsmen getting hundreds against us.
Yeah.
And the amount of comments I read that I'd get 100 against his bowling attack. How's his first grade? These
All he's doing is hitting half volleys and full tosses.
half volleys and full tosses. Who couldn't hit those for 6? Like, boys, it's not that easy.
They obviously put all the forward defences and shouldering arms in the highlights package.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then we also had here, I'm happy to come and show the bowlers how to bowl at their toes. Steckety, the half volley man. That was from Dean. Now, Steckety has been the best bowler for the Brisbane Heat.
I think he's our top wicket taker.
He's the top wicket taker, and he's in like the top 3 in the comp. Like he had the yellow hat on at one stage, the golden arm at one stage.
Golden Arches.
Yeah, the Golden Arches. And we've spoken about this on the podcast before, Skin. This is a 72nd episode, and at least 10 of the episodes we would have spoken about how just bowling Yorkers exclusively is not always the answer. You can't seem to get that message through to people.
Yes. Yeah,
It's so simple. If Baisley bowled in his last over, Baisley bowled wide Yorker. I reckon he missed by 1.2 centimetres. Dan Christian pumped it over cover for 4. It was like almost perfect bowling. Go for the Yorker, boys. Yeah. Like exactly as Dean said here. And 4 runs.
It'd be interesting to do an experiment, bowling 120 Yorkers and see how many sixes exactly you'd go for. It'd be 50.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I reckon the batsman will work it out at some point there, wouldn't they?
After about the 7th one, he's going Yorkers here.
He might be Yorkers. I'm going to get deeper in my crease. Wait a second, he missed 6.
There it is.
It's going to. You had a couple, I think, from sort of today or more recently, didn't you?
I did. So today, what's today? Today's obviously the test just finished, Australia versus India, and it ended up being a draw. So what happened? Ravi Ashwin blocked out 1 million balls to block out a draw. So that was entertaining cricket. Vihari with the half a hamstring.
Yep.
So entertaining cricket. And I mean, reading through comments on Cricket Australia page and stuff like that, it was the general consensus was that Australia had been not fantastic. Like, they'd gone into the last innings with a lead of over 400. You know, they bowled India out in the first innings for 200 or whatever it was and failed to get a win. So that they'd sort of had the opportunity to win and thrown it away. And somewhere in the comments, someone's added that India lost this test match. Indian lost this test match.
Indian, yeah. Read it as it's written. Okay, it's far better.
Sorry. They got 5 wickets in hand and going to draw a test match with only needing 80 runs to win. That's a loss in my books.
Yes, except for the fact they had one guy with a broken hand.
Yeah.
It was Ravi Jadeja. One guy with no hamstring that couldn't run.
Walking between wickets.
Missing the best batsman in the world. Trailing by 400 going into
the final innings.
The final day.
The 5th day at the SCG.
Pretty tough predicament. Well.
Yes, I would not say that that's a loss.
No.
You got to be happy.
They're probably pretty stoked with coming out with a draw there. And then, obviously, other talking point from the day was that Tim Paine had a shocker. I think he
3 catches, 3 spills. Yeah, Steven Spielberg's.
Yeah, so not a great day with the gloves, but generally a pretty good gloveman, like quite well regarded, I think.
Certainly the best in Australia.
Yeah, agreed. And someone has commented, time to return the captaincy to Smith. You know, maybe not a horrendous idea, debatable. and put Wade behind the stumps. That is the worst idea I've ever
Did
heard
that person ever watch Wade
To bowl?
yeah, maybe to bowl. That's sort of match, yeah.
All due respect to Matthew Wade as well, obviously an incredible cricketer, and he's copped his fair share of sprays this week on social media also, when many people could have gone to the bin as well, considering he's the third leading run scorer for Australia in the series.
Yeah, I think he's a must-have in that middle order. He's provides spark and spunk, and it's good.
Yeah, I think I certainly like his batting. I don't
think you're putting him back to keep after not keeping for 2 years.
Yeah,
in place of Tim Paine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, that was that. And then what else have I got here? We probably need to talk really about the Shane Warne and Andrew Simons debacle. That probably has to go in the social sin bin somewhere. I know it's not on the social media.
You obviously, for those that don't know, Andrew Simons and Warne thought that they were off camera, in fairness, didn't think that they were being recorded, obviously, but they were captured giving a fair spray to Marnus, you would have to suggest. And this is how that went.
What do you give Marnus that a bowl to?
Do something, that or his ADD fucking boost.
Jesus, it's annoying. No, just fucking bat properly.
We'd have to give him the hog pile. Mate, you keep that shit up, we're going to squash the guts out your ass.
So that was that. I have a couple of sort of social sin bins around that one as well. I think that there was lots and lots of people, I guess, that sort of found that spray amusing, and funny, and obviously the fact that they didn't think that they were on the microphone. There's a lot of people out there that were going, oh, that's fine, boys. They were allowed to have an opinion, sort of thing. I read one, sort of those. But I think that sort of where I sort of draw the line a little bit is so this sort of comment here from Andrew: the princesses are offended. Geez, people, harden up. I bet the boys that play with him stir him up. To the political correct, go get a life. I just don't think that you can blame poor behaviour on political correctness.
Did Andrew Simons say that?
No. This is just a random Andrew on social media.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not me.
No, not you. Yeah, and I just feel like, to get a little bit serious for a second, I think that these boys need to realise, the two commentators, so Roy and Shane Warne, I mean, blind Freddie can work out that they're not great comments to say. Yeah. So I don't think they're really defensible. They're not defendable comments.
Yeah.
Everyone can work out that it's not a great thing that you should be saying about an Australian player that's trying to score runs for his country, that would probably like the support of the media and people that are watching playing. I don't think it would affect Marnus in the slightest, because he's been told that since he was 11 years old. So I don't think it would affect him remotely, and you're about to see that it probably didn't with the next audio that we'll play. But it does. I just hate that we go, political correctness. You should be able to say whatever you want and whatever. And I just think the comments, they weren't mates joking around to his face. They were bagging him behind his back.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important that Marnus actually does stay true to who he is, because he's a wonderful role model who, in 2021, where people are allowed to actually be different and people are allowed to be catered for that are slightly special and got slightly different quirks, it's really important that we have role models like Marnus that actually tell kids, yeah, mate, you can be yourself. It's fine. When Roy and Warne were playing, you were literally only socially acceptable if you got pissed and shagged heaps of women. Obviously, which Marnus doesn't do, so he's not going to be their cup of tea. But I think it's still very important that you treat them with respect when you're speaking with them, regardless of whether you think you're on camera or not.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I sort of thought is. I don't think that whether or not you're on camera should really change how you're talking about someone. I mean, I think if you talk like that, thinking that you're off camera, then it probably says something about your character anyways.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. So, and it's good. You had one random one that's not sport related, actually, that you wanted to bring up. That's been other big news too.
Yes, yeah, I did. I thought we could diversify away from cricket for a little bit, and obviously something else that's been going on in the world over the last week has been over in America around sort of the US election and a bunch of people storming the Capitol over there. That's obviously been pretty newsworthy, and I thought for sure there'd be some fantastic comments around that, and I was not wrong. I didn't have to search too far. I've only found the one because the segment's gone long enough, I think. But an article from Fox News: at least 25 domestic terrorism cases have been opened as a result of the assault on the Capitol by Trump supporters. etc. There's obviously a big old article there, and someone, I think it was Kevin, someone has commented: Mostly peaceful protesters, certainly not domestic terrorists.
I mean,
it's
certainly up for debate.
Yeah. Very peaceful.
Might have a slight leaning to the right, Kevin, I would have thought.
I think he's playing on the right wing. And
Peacefully stormed the Capitol with guns and murdered a lady.
Very peaceful.
There's certainly nothing that says peace like a couple of guns slung on your shoulders.
Yeah.
He did it with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Hey guys, I come in peace. Oh, why have you got 6 guns on your arm?
No, I actually said I'm here to put you in pieces.
So yeah, we had to mention that.
That's quality.
Well done, Kevin.
Well, I stand inside so we can let these fly. Go for 10 a.m. Revive.